There is I believe she's a new Filipina content creator, and I like her channel. I think it's called D. I think it's just called D. I can't remember. And I like a lot of what she's saying. I like how she calls out the constant stupid anti-passport vote videos. But the one thing that I disagree with her is the hatred of the term sexpat, because sexpat is a derogatory term of sex tourist and expatriate, referring to a person, typically a Western male, who moves to or travels to another country primarily for sexual reasons, often exploiting local disparities. These individuals often frequent sex districts, engage in commercial sex, or seek girlfriend experiences while living abroad. I think that this is shaming. I think it is. I think it's shaming, and I think it's corny. First of all, there are people that will sell sex. Let me just say this: prostitution is the oldest profession on planet Earth. I think we all know this. It is performed in every nation on planet Earth. It has nothing to do with morality. It has everything to do with choice. Some women actually enjoy being prostitutes. Yes. hmm They do. There has been tons of women sex workers that have been interviewed, and they asked them, were you physically abused, sexually abused when you were younger? No. Did this happen to you? Did bad stuff happen to you? No. And then they asked someone, and they said, well, why did you choose this? And a couple of these women, I remember watching these videos. They said, number one, they love sex, and number two, they love getting paid for having sex. And they also expressed a desire to never work for corporate America. So I'm sitting here, the hypocrisy of these people who make sex patting out to be such a derogatory thing. That's exactly what it is. This is hypocrisy. This is exactly what it is. And it's always one sided. It's always one sided. It's always against men. It is never against women, because we already know that men and women do this. Men and women do this. Men and women fly all around the world to just have sex. And what is wrong with that? And please do not give me this whole drivel of these people are being used. In what way? In what way? So if you're making the ultimate argument saying that all prostitution is bad, whether it's domestic or foreign, okay, I can get with that argument. But if you're not making that argument, the men of your nation, some men in your nation are bachelors, and some men in your nation are buying sex. It's the truth. It's the truth. So, do you have a problem with that? And even if you had a problem with that, the bottom line is, so it's not bad for them. These single bachelor males living in the Philippines, it's not a problem for them to buy vagina, but it's a problem when a man comes from a whole nother country and he wants to do the same thing too. Why is this an issue? How are these women getting used? This is another thing. Oh, they're being taken advantage of. In what way? And how could you prove it? Okay, so he demands 10 pesos less than the regular price. So if she says yes, she goes along with it. Like, how are these people getting used? This is just shaming language against men. It's real corny because, like I said, men and women do this. I met a female sexpat the last time I went to the Philippines. She told me right on the plane, I just go to the Philippines every year to get fucked. That's exactly what a white woman. That's exactly what she said. She says, I meet these guys online, and whatever guy she's with for every 2 weeks or a month, she deals with him, and she comes back, and next year she'll meet another one. You don't hear these people talking about that, do you? And my attitude is, I don't care. Because if she's an adult and he's an adult, what is it anybody's business? But the only people that get this negative connotation, it's always men. Because men are always demonized for everything under the sun, right? And please spare me the whole bullshit that the sexpats are just only looking for underage companionship. That is universally, or shall I say globally, that is globally illegal. That is globally considered to be disgusting. I would never defend that. I would never defend that. Nobody in their right mind would. But to sit here and to have a whole diatribe against adults that want to fly into another country to have sex with adults is kind of weird and stupid and corny and bizarre. Seriously. It really is. That's pretty much all I wanted to say, because we have people, foreigners, that leave these diatribes against sexpats, and oh, it's so disgusting. Why is it disgusting? Every man, and there are some men in every nation that they just want to buy the vagina. That's just the way it is. Do you consider that disgusting when it's done domestically? Even if you did, so what? It's still going to happen. So if you don't consider it disgusting when a man of your nation buys vagina from women of your nation, but you only feel disgusted when foreigners do it, then guess what? You have a bias against foreigners. That's all it is. You have what's the word? You are xenophobic against foreigners. Why does he want to come here and buy vagina? Because he wants to. What is wrong with that? As long as it's legal, vagina, why is this an issue with you? Right? And I'm going to call out your bullshit. I'm going to call whoever, I'm going to call out your bullshit. Once again, I'm not talking about underage, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about adults to adults. Oh my God, a man has extra money and he's divorced and he never wants to get married again. And he doesn't want to really date again. He just wants to pursue the bachelor lifestyle. And he always saw Brazilian women as being hot. And he wants the Brazilian sex experience. Or he's always seen Mexican women as being hot. And he always wanted the Mexican sexual experience. Or like me, I've always seen Indian women to be hot. And I've always wanted the Indian woman's sexual experience. If I could find one that wanted to give me the Indian woman sexual experience, woman, why is it anybody's business? Right? It's shaming language. That's exactly what it is. These men are losers. No, no. Why? Why is the man that wants to rent it a loser? Why? Right? Why do you have to put your morality on everybody? Just because you are a strict Catholic Filipina, it doesn't mean that everybody is a Catholic or religious. Some people just want to live their adult lives, right? That's all I got to say.